Hi, my name is Jordan. Welcome to Jordan's Artful Wellness. Thank you so much for joining me for this flow. So this flow is really truly centered on our utkatasana, our chair pose, and finding different variations to really sink in, find that power, find the beauty, and also the strength and length that we get from that posture. So just before we really sink in, one quick note to note about the utkatasana, our chair pose. So when we sink into that, our ankles, knees, and thighs are going to be squeezing together and having a seat, adding the arms, squeezing them towards our ears and pressing the shoulders back as if we're trying to glue our shoulder blades to a wall. And having a seat, activating the yogi toes, lifting them up towards the shins. Most important here, though, is tucking that pelvis under to protect the lower back as we add the arms. So rather than curving that spine out and sticking our booty out towards the wall, we really want to tuck that under to protect the lower spine. So from here, let's go ahead and get started in our downward facing dog. So hands rest to your mats, walk those feet back behind you, and press that chest towards the quads. Head hangs heavy, heels long to touch our mats, chest longs to touch the thighs. Our dristi, our focal point, is just between the toes, the navel, if it's okay with our neck, or beyond our mat here. Since this is our first downward facing dog, begin to connect with your breath. Ujjayi breath right away here, closing off the back of our throat. Gentle inhale, filling up the belly, filling up the lungs. Pause at the top and exhale, let it all go, double empty at the bottom, creating space for some new cleansing, purifying breath. Maintain this breath throughout your practice. Let it be something you can come back to. So from here, we'll begin to warm up the body, creating a little heat, starting with our core, our fiery self-discipline, our tapas, and allowing it to move from the core to the hands and down to the toes. So from here on our inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, take it slow, walk, float, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Chest reaches forward. Exhale. Fold, deep forward fold, chest and thighs connect. From here, you can take the feet hip-width distance apart. Maybe find a ragdoll, swaying side to side. If that feels good, releasing that bind and finger painting in your mat. Knowing that anytime your head is below your heart, you're releasing stress and tension from the body. So take advantage of these exhales. And just really breathe here. On your next exhale, release that bind, and on your inhale, come on up to mountain, hands reach high overhead in prayer. Exhale, prayer hands to heart center, bring that energy into your heart. And exhale, hands all the way down by your side body. Roll those shoulder blades down and away, down that spine. And inhale, we'll take that hands high, bringing that energy into our hands. And exhale, fold all the way down, deep forward fold, chest and thighs connect. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float or jump to the back of your mat, taking our first Chaturanga Dandasana here. So I will walk you through as we're holding our plank. From here, on your inhale, shift that weight forward. Exhale, lower, slow. Come into that hover, finish that exhale. Inhale, presses up to your up dog or cobra. Taking the top of the thighs, floating them or dropping them down to your mat. And from here, on your exhale, lift up and back into your downward facing dog. And from here, I challenge you to begin to focus on evening your body out. Oftentimes, as a yoga instructor, obviously I'll focus on one side of the body and then move to the next. But there's subtle things that you can do as in stepping opposite feet to the top of your mat as you're beginning to warm up the body. So from here, I stepped up my right foot to begin, and I'll follow with my left. So just take note of which foot you're starting with, and then begin to switch every sun salutation. So from here, on your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk that opposite foot forward, and other to follow. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, release. One more opportunity to really hold this. Again, ragdoll, finger paint in your mat. If you'd like to take a shoulder rinse, interlacing your fingers at that sacrum and reach the hands forward, opening up the shoulders. If you have a bind, gently exhale, release it, hands down to the toes. One more breath here. Take advantage of reversing effects of gravity. Since it compresses us and presses us down, now we're finding some length as it's pulling our head to our toes. Exhale, release the hands once more. And inhale, rise up to your mountain. Hands reach high overhead in prayer. Gentle back bend if you choose. And exhale, fold, deep forward fold, chest and thighs connect. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, opposite foot steps back. Take your head low, moving with those 3 breaths. Shift forward, inhale. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. So this next series of sun salutations will take breath with movement, moving a little bit faster, moving that heat from the head down to the toes and back and around. So really focusing on that. We'll take a total of 5 here just so you know where we're going. The ancient yogis in one text that I read used to start practice the mindful meditation of sun salutations in a number of 5. So just to honor that, that's where we'll go. So we've completed 2. And we'll go for 3 more. On your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, rise up to your mountain, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold, deep forward fold, chest and thighs connect. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float or jump to back of your mat. Take your head low, breaking into those 3 breaths, following your breath as you do. And exhale into your down dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, utkatasana, chest and thighs connect. Inhale, rise into your mountain, hands high to the sky. Exhale, utkatasana again. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float or jump to the back of your mat. Take your head low, chaturanga. And exhale into your down dog. Adho Mukha Savasana from here. And taking a little bit of movement. Inhale, rise on the toes. Exhale, heels down. Last time, inhale, rise to the toes. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise into your mountain. Hands reach high overhead in prayer. Drop that head back. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Walk, float or jump to the back of your mat. Take your head low. And exhale into your down dog. And from your downward facing dog, just take a moment to notice how you feel compared to the first one. Hopefully your body feels a little bit more open. The chest presses closer to the thighs, the heels long to touch the back of your mat. And from here, let's begin to set an intention. What brings you to your mat at this moment in time? Maybe you have a goal to move deeper inward with your body and your mind and your breath. Maybe you have a dedication to someone or something. Whatever it may be, let it fill you from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And let it be something you can connect throughout your practice as you hold chair postures, as you hold stretches and twists. And from here, on your inhale, shift your weight forward into your plank. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Keep those toes curled. We'll have a seat on those heels. So from here, opening up the back of the feet. So if this is a little much here, you can take a block in front of your knees or have a seat on a block. But most importantly, coming to that intention we just created. Coming into a clear mind, not focusing on maybe some stress and tension that you have on your feet. And again, finding your edge, something that you can slip into and hold this for a few more breaths in a little bit of silence and peace here with my hands at heart center. Shoulder blades roll down and away. Let's just take some time to honor this opening in the fascial line in the back of our feet. On your exhale, take your hands to the front of your knees, untuck the toes. Go ahead, I'm going to seat back on the heels with untucked toes and begin to pedal out those knees, bringing the knees up towards the chest as best as possible. If you're finding that this is comfortable for you and you're able to go a little bit further, another option is lifting both knees at the same time. Further option is extending the arms out in front of you. So we're opening up the top of the feet as you can feel, kind of countering here, giving some nice love for our feet. As you know, there's no machine in the gym for toes and feet. So really take advantage of this opening and the stretch. Hands forward, exhale, drop them down if they're not there already. Come into that box, roll the ankles, maybe give them a nice little tap to the top of your mat if that feels good too. You find what you need here. And from here, we'll shift back into our downward facing dog. So inhale, shift that weight forward. Curl those toes. Exhale, back and away, downward facing dog. And from your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, rise into your first chair. Pelvis tucks under, squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs. Option to activate those yogi toes here. Find a drishti, find a focal point. If it's okay with your neck, looking straight above, past the hands. And we'll take a gentle twist here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, find length. Exhale with your left elbow. Take it to the outside of your right knee. Make sure that left knee isn't jutting past the right. Keep them in line. Keep the hips square as you twist here. Option to fan, open the arms. Hands back to center on that exhale. And inhale, turn back to your chair. Utkatasana. Another twist here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, twist to the left. Focus on those knees. Deepen into that twist. An option to fan, open the arms. Exhale, hands back to your heart center. Inhale, back to your chair. Reach straight in front of you. And exhale, fold. From here, take your feet to hip width distance apart. Go ahead and bend the knees. Give them a nice little shake. A nice little release here. And from here, heel toe them back together. We'll take a gentle twist. Once more from here, taking the hands to the toes. On your inhale, bend into your left knee, left hand down to your mat. Lift that right arm high, gaze follows. Opening up the back of that right leg. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm, bend into that right knee. And exhale, drop that left hand down. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, plant your hands, walk, float, or jump to the back of your mat. Take your high to low. And exhale, down dog. Holding that down dog here. On your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, rise into your chair. Utkatasana, pelvis tucks under. Squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs. Activate those yogi toes. Lift them up to the shin. And from here, we'll begin the same series, but starting on the left. Switching things up just a little bit. So from here, inhale, find length. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen one more time. Exhale, twist into that space. Right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Option to fan open the arms once more. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, unravel back to your chair. And one more twist to the right. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist into that space. Option to fan open the arms once more. Gaze follows to your thumb, your dristi. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, unravel. Take the hands back high, chair pose. And exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chest and thighs connect. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float, or jump to the back of your mat. Take your high to low, shifting that weight forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower, slow. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. On your inhale, lengthen your right leg long, three-legged down dog. On your exhale, step it to the top of your mat. Back foot, heel stacks over those toes. Runner's lunge, press that chest forward. On your inhale, rise into your Anjasana, crescent lunge here. Honoring and saluting the sun, reaching those hands high. And exhale, we'll turn open into our warrior two. Left arm reaches to the back of your mat. Turn the left toes to the long side of your mat. Toes press forward. Externally rotate that front knee so the knee begins to point to the baby pinky toe to open up the hips here. Gaze is at or through that front right middle finger. From here, revolved warrior. Inhale, flip your palm, reach forward. Draw a line to the back of your mat. Arm slides down, back leg. Grab a half bind around your lower back. Really reach the right fingertips over, opening up through this glorious side body here. Really feel the rib cage expand. And exhale, side angle, right hand down, left arm high, gaze follows, looking up at that left thumb. And exhale, swim that left arm forward all the way down as you turn the right toes alongside your mat. Should be in your wide leg forward fold stance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Walking your hands back behind you. Interlacing your fingers at your sacrum for a nice little bind. And another wonderful little trick here is turning the big toes into center, and you'll feel a nice opening on the outside of your shins. Target those peroneals, maybe even a little bit of that tibialis here, and drop that head down. On your inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, begin to turn back to the front of your mat. Rolling on the ball of the left foot, right toes face forward. Inhale, back to your Anjasana, crescent lunge. And exhale, plant your hands down, frame the right toes, still going here. Inhale, lift your left leg long to standing splits. Nose towards that knee. Left leg lifts high. And exhale, we'll take a stretch here. Take that left ankle on your exhale behind your right. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, take your left leg back long. Exhale, drop it to meet the right toes. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise into your chair. Inhale, pelvis tucks under. Squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs. Have a seat. Inhale, rise up onto those toes. Keep the heels lifted here. Exhale, drop the heels, lower down, deep forward fold, chest and thighs connect. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float, or jump to the back of your mat. Take your high to low, flowing with your breath. And exhale, down dog. On your inhale, lengthen your left leg long. On your exhale, step it to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge. Make sure that heel stacks over those toes. Find a nice stable base. Chest press forward, open that heart. And inhale, rise up to your Anjasana crescent. And exhale, warrior two. Left arm reaches forward, externally rotate that knee again. Right toe points to the long side of your mat. Add the arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior, flip your palm, reach forward, draw a line to the back of your room. Back arm can slide down, back leg, or grab that half bind. Using it to your advantage, really press into that quad. Kind of a nice little counter line of energy here. As you press down, that left arm reaches over the ear. And exhale, drop that left hand down, side angle. Right arm comes high, gaze follows. Looking up to the sky. And exhale, swim that right arm forward, come back through center. Turn those left toes to the far side of your mat here. I'm going to switch so you can see we're doing something a little bit different. So that wide leg forward fold stance. From here, just taking a gentle twist. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant that left hand down. Inhale, lift your right arm high. I'm going to mirror you just so it makes a little bit more sense. Right arm high. If from here you want to go a little bit deeper, take a half bind with that right hand. Left hand reaches towards that right ankle. Gentle twist, opening up the heart towards the sky. Exhale, unravel that bind, hands underneath the head. Halfway lift, inhale, taking that stretch again. Right hand roots down, inhale, lift the left arm high, gaze follows, opening up, gentle twist. If you feel like you'd like to go deeper, I'll guide you here. So reach that right hand across to the left ankle, left hand wraps in a half bind around you, rotating and revolving closer towards the sky. Opening up your heart, opening up the back of your right arm. And exhale, release hands down to the center of your mat. Halfway lift. From here, on your exhale, begin to walk your hands to frame the front left toes. Right toes turn back to your crescent. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Anjayasana. Exhale, standing splits. Plant your hands down. Lift and lengthen your right leg. Nose to the knee. Relax the head. The tendency is to look up. Relax the head and neck. All those tiny little muscles do so much. Let them go. And exhale, cross your right ankle behind your left for a stretch. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release, fold. Nose back towards the knee. Sinking into the stretch. Back to standing splits. Inhale, lengthen that right leg long. And exhale, drop your right foot to meet the left at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, fold, release, deep forward fold, chest and thighs connect. Inhale, rise into your utkatasana, pelvis tucks under, squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs, have a seat. Inhale, rise into your toes, lifting those heels up, squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs, almost there. Exhale, drop the heels, fold over, uttanasana, chest and thighs connect. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float or jump to the back of your mat, take your high to low. On your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, uttanasana. Inhale, utkatasana, pelvis tucks under, squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs. Having a seat here. From here, shift your weight into your left foot. Bring that right heel to your sit bones. Find your balance. And exhale, kick out to your warrior three. Toes turn down, hips nice and square. Inhale, rise into your crescent. Drop those right toes back behind you. Lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior three, lifting that right leg back. Inhale to your utkatasana, pelvis tucks under, squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs, have a seat. Open up that chest. And exhale, forward fold, chest and thighs connect. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float, or jump to the back of your mat. Take your high to low. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down dog. So from here, before we move to that left side, let's go ahead and give it a nice little stretch. From here on your inhale, lengthen your right leg long, left leg long. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, shift that weight forward. Inhale, find length. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cross it over. From here, weave it through, drop the hips down. So you're weaving it through just like you do in your wild thing. Keeping your hips nice and square, keeping the hips lifted if you can, and pressing the weight into your hands, working those wrists. And for a little bit more depth here, look over that left shoulder. Inhale, lift up the hips, re-extend that left leg long. And exhale, drop it to your mat, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. On your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, utkatasana, pelvis tucks under, squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs, have a seat. And from your utkatasana, press that weight into your left foot as you bring that left heel towards your sit bones. And exhale, kick it out to your warrior three, toe turns down. Any little wavering in your ankle is building strength and flexibility and power, so embrace it. Inhale, Anjayasana, drop those left toes back behind you. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Back where we came from. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Inhale to your crescent. Exhale, warrior three. Shift that weight, lift the left toes. Inhale, back to your chair. Last chair, pelvis tucks under, squeeze those ankle, knees, and thighs. Have a seat. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana, chest and thighs connect. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float, or jump. Take your high to low. Inhale, shift that weight forward. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Open up that chest. Last down dog here from a flow. And we'll open up that right hip. Inhale, lengthen your right leg. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Shift the weight forward. Inhale, find length. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cross it over. Weave it through. Drop that foot down. Lower the hips. To deepen this, look over that right shoulder. Inhale, lift up the hips. Re-extend that right leg long. And exhale into your down dog. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, drop to your knees. Big toes to your touch. Let's take wide leg child pose. Exhale, sink the chest down. Our wide leg child pose is a beautiful posture to begin to calm the body, calm the breath. You really compress the stomach and spleen, lengthen the liver and kidneys, lengthen the spine, rest the forehead heavy on the mat, activating your third eye center, your guiding force, and your intuition. So really embrace it here. Take some time, calm that breath down. The chair series is done. 2 more breaths here in your child's pose. On your inhale, rise into your box, shoulders stack over wrists, hips stack over knees. Let's cross our ankles, roll those legs forward for a Paschimottanasana, deep-seated forward fold. Inhale, peace fingers high. Exhale, fold, peace fingers to those big toes. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Bringing that heart forward towards the toes, lengthening your lumbar spine. And inhale, rise up, give the legs a nice little shake. So from here, we will take our fire log series. So when you are ready, hug that right leg into your chest. Give it a nice little cradle, elbow and knee interlock, and bottom of the foot and opposite elbow. Go ahead and give it a nice little shake if that feels good. Enjoy the stillness if that's a little bit better. So from here, we'll have our left shin parallel to the front of our mat. And from here, get into the fire logs. We'll drop our right knee on top of that left ankle, right ankle on top of your left. So from here, really pushing the shins away. Even if this knee is lifted, that's perfectly fine, as long as you feel the openness in your hips as we lower down. If you're not feeling that, you can always come in to thread the needle or pigeon if you prefer that. So please take those for you. So when you're in this nice position and you have a good stable base, inhale, lengthen that heart. On your exhale, leading with your chest, walk those hands forward and drop the head down. So since we're opening up this right leg, if you are taking that figure 4, lower down and cross that right ankle over your left knee and bring it in towards your chest. Finding some depth there. And if you're on your back when we do switch and I guide you through that, stay on your back. No need to pop up, to pop back down. Most importantly, let's honor this openness on our hips with a few breaths of silence. On our inhale, slowly come up. If you are seated, give those legs a nice little shake. If you're laying down, go ahead and get some windshield wipers, whatever feels good. And from here, we'll take this on the other side, cradling in our left leg. If you're on your back, welcome to stay there. Just hug your knees to your chest and rock side to side. Rocking this leg out or keeping it in still, just beginning to open up this hip. And once you're nice and open, go ahead and drop that shin on shin. Ankle and knee both are in line on either side. Once you're nice and steady, or you have that figure 4, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, begin to shift that heart forward and lower down. So as you may know, our hips carry a lot of tension and stress. So really take some time. Slow the breath down, calm your body and your mind, maybe come back to your intention, allow the hips to truly release and let go. So from here, we'll take 3 more breaths. On your inhale, slowly come up. Honor this opening with a breath here, allowing that blood to come back to the toes, and then unravel the legs, extend them out in front of you. Give them a nice little shake, maybe windshield wipers. So from here, we'll lower all the way down to our back to join the folks that may have done the figure 4. So coming all the way down to your back, shoulder blades tuck under and away to really open up the chest here. And from here on your exhale, hug your knees in, rock side to side, gaze in the opposite direction of your knees for a gentle spinal articulation. Just moving throughout. Take one more each side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your forehead to your knees. Keep that right leg in, drop the head down, lengthen the left leg long. We'll take a supine twist. On your exhale, bring that right knee over. Gaze follows at that outstretched right hand. Since we took some chair poses, let's release the left quad. Bending in the left heel towards your sit bones, grab a cat's tail here. Bringing that right knee down, left heel in, grabbing a hold of a bind with your right hand, then looking over that right shoulder as you drop your chest down. Really wringing out the spine and opening up your left quad. On your inhale, release your bind. Come back to center with that right knee. On your exhale, extend the right knee long, and exhale, hug your left knee in, compressing that left hip. And we'll come into a supine twist. On your exhale, bring the left knee across your body. Gaze follows at that left outstretched hand. And we'll even ourselves out with a cat's tail here. On your exhale, bending your right leg in, left hand grabs a hold, keeping and maintaining that twist, but also opening up this quad here. On your inhale, gently unravel. Left leg comes back in, and exhale, extend it to meet the right into your Shavasana. From here, we'll take supine butterfly, bottoms of the feet together, knees open up wider than your mat. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, bringing some energy and light in. This also ignites our inner creativity. We took a little twist, so we got some nice heat into our internal organs. Gave them a nice little internal massage. So bring that energy back in and ignite that creative fire. Tapas, self-discipline, and just breathe. And when you're ready, go ahead and extend those legs out into your Shavasana. And take a full body scan here from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. If there's any other posture you need to close out your practice, I invite you to take that now. And then once you have, come back down to your Shavasana and fully assimilate all we have done. Closing your eyes, moving inward, coming back to your intention. Coming back to the time and space in your body and mind, and fully surrender and fully let go. And from here, there's no rush. Please take as long as you need to lay on your Shavasana. You're welcome to pause this video. With my hands at Heart Center, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me on the mat. It was an honor to guide you through your virtual flow. I hope you found the poses just what you hoped they would be, just really sinking into utkatasana and really got familiar with some different variations. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. With my hands at my third eye center, guiding force and intuition. Thank you all again for joining me. All my light and all my love. Namaste. Thank you so much.